What is going on, guys? If you clicked on that sexy thumbnail, then that means that you're here to learn a sweet, beautiful, flashy looking opener that works in any trick. Puddle Jumper. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome, and of course if you're a regular, welcome back. I hope you guys get a real kick out of this. It's a little bit knacky to get the grips down, but after a little while, you'll be doing Puddle Jumper in no time. Let's roll the stinger, and let's take a look at that trick. Alright guys, let's take a look at that trick. If you were here, I could let you select a card, but since you're not, I'll just do it for you. The King of Hearts. Now, of course, that card is going to stay right here, dead center of the pack, and all you've got to do is keep your eyes on that bad boy, and don't forget it, otherwise the trick's going to have a real bad plot. In fact, look at this. We take a few cards off the top, and as long as none of these cards are your king, we should be right for a miracle, because when I push the king flush, it jumps instantly into the other pack. And with any luck, that is correctly your King of Hearts, baby. That's crazy, man, and that is Puddle Jumper. All right, before I get stuck into the explanation, it's very important to give credit where credit is due. The creator of this effect is not myself, it is Zach Mueller. This was published in 2014. It was a beautiful trick. He sold it for 99 cents. So you were absolutely insane if you didn't buy it. The guy came up with some real nice stuff. This trick is no longer available anywhere anymore. It's been taken away from the web, which is interesting to me because I think it's beautiful. So I'd really like to try and keep it alive. I'll also be leaving links to Zach Mueller and his work that you can purchase his playing cards and his brand from his website. I'll leave that in the description below. But with all that said and done, let's dive into the explanation. All right, let's go over this once quickly, and then I'll go into a little more detail for anyone that needs further instructions. So, the basis of the trick is that you get a card selected, okay? I square up two like this, I reveal the card. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cull their card while pushing a different card forward. Their card gets culled all the way to the bottom, like so. And then from here, we take a few cards off the top. So, we do a display like this, and what happens in this hand is I'm going to actually dislodge a card and place it on an angle like this, which I'll then grip with my thumb, and then all I have to do is push this card in and pull the deck back to get it to pop into place. From there, I just pull some cards across and place it in amongst them, and then we do the reveal. And that's the basics of Puddle Jumper. Let's break it down into more detail, starting with the control. Check this out. You get a card selected. By taking this deck, you spread it across. Once they select a card, you're going to square up, like so, on top of the card. And that way you have two cards held together at the end of this spread here. From here, what happens is after you do the display, your thumb's going to contact that top card, and these fingers are going to pull their card across, just like this. You'll obviously do it down here, and you're going to bring it forward just like that. So now you've got their card here, and from here you're just going to push the rest of the cards underneath their card, just like this. And you kind of do it in the action of spreading through to show them fairly, and from here you can square up nice and fair, and it's very clean, and you now have their card controlled to the bottom. So one more time, we're going to spread through, square up, and then these three fingers are contacting here. That's going to give you the control over the card when you do the push. So you bring the deck back here, right? Because you're going to bring it forward like this. And the cull, the thumb contacts this side, and these fingers just pull that straight across. Bring this forward. It'll be the cleanest control to the bottom you've ever done in your life. Super fair. And that's literally all there is to the control. And now for part two, and that is the setup for the pop. So the setup for the pop is very knacky. This is probably the hardest part of the entire trick. So we're going to just do this quickly first without doing the actual card trick. So what you need to do is you need to practice with your forefinger. You're going to dislodge a card by working it out like this. So I know that looks super awkward, and then what happens is that card will essentially do that. So the way that you achieve this is I grip the deck closest to the very edge, and I use these two fingers to create real stability. And what happens with my ring finger is it's going to dislodge a card by, it's a gentle touch. You would think you would have to push hard, but you actually, the gentler the better. The harder you push, if I push hard, that card does not actually really move. But if I do it really gently, the card actually just sort of dislodges and it comes right out ready. That's the ready position. So in order to make that actually look like something, after you do your control, you bring that card down, cull that card, push all these across, and then once you take a few cards off the top, I like to do this get ready where I push the deck up into the position and I use the cards, I square them up like this. This helps me put everything together nice and neat into a block, and then I can set up into the position. This card will be sticking out, and from here the cover is you just spread these out a little bit like this. You don't even have to do it that dramatically. I do kind of a dramatic spread because I really want that card to pop from the center. But you essentially you do the spread, and under that cover of saying like hopefully there's no card like that's a duplicate or whatever, you can say whatever you want. You're going to basically set this up by bringing it out as far as you can, grip it with the thumb, and then from here all it is you just time it. You time pulling this back so it will flick up with pushing this card in. So essentially you just want it to look like instantly it travels across. To square that up, all you have to do then is you just spread the cards like that, so you can put it in the middle and then you spread all the way through. From the front though, that's just going to look like you're showing it fairly, and then you can square those up. Their card's going to be in the middle of them, and you've got yourself a bona fide miracle. So one last time on that grip, once you take a few cards off the top, you have to do the get ready. So you can lift the deck up like this. You'll have a card sticking out, so let's just stick one out for practice purposes. You're going to peel a few cards off. Your thumb comes to the back of this pile, and you're going to use these cards to help push everything together, because they'll kind of get a bit loose when you're trying to lift this up in a Charlier style cut thingy. And then from there, just remember, it's a delicate touch with that ring finger. Delicate touch to work that card out and dislodge it. You can see this is the awkward part though, where you're holding this deck, but you've also got this card awkwardly stretched out. And then from there, the easiest way to get it under your thumb is just press it, have this slightly angled back, and just press the card against it. It'll kind of just buckle in under your thumb, and then you can just sort of like, apply pressure with your thumb once it's in position. From there, you get to do the beautiful push in, and boom, baby, there it is. And that is Puddle Jumper. That's really all you need to know. I really fucked that up. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. I hope you get a kick out of it. I hope you find it useful, and make sure that you subscribe if you're not already, and of course, like this video. But yeah, that's it.
Enchanté.